Hey guys, it's Adrian. Did you miss me? I've missed you. I've been missing in action for probably like 3 weeks now, and if you don't follow me on Twitter, which you should because then you find out about things like this, then you have absolutely no idea where I've been because I just kind of dropped off the face of the earth. So I'm going to tell you in this quick little video, we're going to have a little chat about where I've been, what's going on, what I've got coming up, and then I've got all my regular booktube videos scheduled for you for the next couple days because I've got some serious catching up to do. Before you all go crazy, I know I've got rainbow shelves. I'm going to talk about that in a minute because it has to do with what I'm going to talk about now, but I've changed things up. It's not going to last long because it's already driving me nuts, but there's a reason why I did it. Anyway, let's talk about why I kind of dropped off the face of the earth. So, February. I had lots and lots of plans for February. I was all ready for my contemporary-a-thon. Before the contemporary-a-thon started, I did a super clean of my house so that I had the whole week to do nothing but sit on my lazy butt and read some contemporary books because I was ready. But in order to let you know what's happened, I kind of need to backtrack a little bit further than that. At the beginning of February, the end of January, I had found out that my grandma was quite ill. They thought that she had pneumonia. For those of you who don't know, I am an American. I live in the Netherlands, but I was born in the United States. All of my family is in the United States. So things like illnesses, marriages, and all of that, what have you, it makes things complicated. But anyway, I found out that my grandma was ill. They thought she had pneumonia. She went to the hospital and they drained about 1 liter of fluid from her lungs. They did a CT scan and MRI and they found that she had a big mass in her lung. And because they drained all the fluid from her lung collapsed. She was sent back to the nursing home because she decided that she didn't want to have any treatment, and she actually started to get better. So I had planned when I found out that she was ill that I would go there to say my goodbyes because obviously she's 86. She knew that she didn't have much longer to live, but she was gonna spend the rest of her time that she had with her family and her loved ones. So I knew that I did want to go and say goodbye rather than just going to the funeral. So I had discussed with my husband that at the end of February, beginning of March, I would go to the States for a weekend, spend some time with my grandma, and then come back home. So like I said, she went to the nursing home. She was happy to be there. She seemed to be doing quite well until one day she had some serious pain in her back, and we were told that that would be her last conscious day. So the very next day when I woke up in the morning and found this message, I booked a plane ticket. That was on February 13th. On February 14th, I flew back to the States and I was there for 2 weeks. Contemporary-a-thon started on the 12th. I had started reading. I had even started vlogging. I was going to do a weekly vlog at the end, but obviously I had to drop everything and go home to be with my family. I even forgot to bring any books. I left so fast. I seriously bought my ticket at 5 o'clock in the evening and I had to be at a friend's house at around 8 so that she could bring me to the airport at 4 o'clock in the morning the next day. It was a long journey. I will say though, I did get to be there on time with my grandma to say goodbye. She actually waited for me before she passed. I got there on Wednesday evening and she passed on Thursday morning. So it was the right decision. I got to say goodbye to my grandma. I got to be there for my dad and my family. And we have a big Italian family, so these things are very important to us, as I'm sure it is to many people. But that's where I went in February. I haven't actually stood in front of a camera since probably the end of January because I pre-film in bulk, and so I'm a little out of practice, so you'll have to excuse me. So I left. I had no videos pre-filmed, so I had nothing for you. My last video went up, I think, the 13th. I wasn't going to bring my camera. I wasn't going to film there. It was just inappropriate, so I decided to leave it for what it was. I got back, went straight into a family weekend for my in-laws who were celebrating their 40th wedding anniversary, and then I get home and the mourning process kind of started. And the way that I mourn is I clean. I clean. Everything has to be perfect. It has to be, I am a little neurotic. I will be the first one to admit. So that's where my bookshelves come in, because I came home and I looked at my bookshelves and they just looked cluttered. I didn't like it. I tried to alphabetize my books by author. I tried to alphabetize my books by title. I tried clumping them together by series, and it all looked messy to me, so I decided to try and organize them by color, and it does look a little cleaner, I will give you that, except I can't find anything, guys. Rainbow shelves are not my jam, but I'm gonna keep it for a little while because I do think it looks cool. So I know a lot of you hate the rainbow shelves. Don't worry, I'm with you. I'm not a huge fan of the rainbow shelf either, but it does look neat and it's what I need for my morning process. I know it sounds a little wackadoo, but I'm a wackadoo person and that's why you love me, right? Anyway, so that's where I've been. My kids also had vacation as soon as I got home, so filming just wasn't a possibility. Here I am on the first possible day that I could film, and I'm gonna film probably like 6 or 7 videos, so prepare to see the shirt a lot because I don't have time to change. Coming up, I've got my February wrap up and my March TBR. I've got a book book review. I've got some anticipated releases, so keep your eyes out. For the next 3 or 4 days, I've got videos coming up every day, and then I'm back to my regular old Tuesday and Saturday schedule. I hope, because my schedule's been kind of all over the place the last couple months. Let me know in the comments below what you've been up to, because I've been missing in action everywhere. And not only from YouTube, but from my Instagram, from my Twitter, from my Facebook, from absolutely everywhere. I've just been... It's what I needed. I'm okay with it. This is the first break I've ever taken from YouTube, as far as I know, especially like long-term break. So it's good. I'm back. I've missed you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have not yet, I'd love for you to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.